Okay, so I thought I'd go through a quick rundown of a few of the stretches and a few of the core exercises that I've been doing from this week. So the stretching routine I go through takes a few minutes, should only take about 10 minutes to run through them all. Each one you hold for about 10-15 seconds. Now, what I usually start off with is an adductor stretch, gets you right up into here. Now this will get the front part of the adductor just right here. You feel it down into this region. You can really push this as much as comfortable. So that's must be about 10 or 15 seconds now. So then I would switch the legs, the foot 90 degrees, and stretch across the same way, and that now gets the back part of the adductors moving between the front and where the hamstrings come into play. That'll be the second one. Looking for length now. For the first few seconds the muscle fights against you, so all you're doing is you're making it sore. So give it a few extra seconds and it'll actually start to stretch. Move into a quadriceps stretch. Now with the quadriceps stretch, I like to do what's called a hold relax. Now the left leg should be level with the right leg, and that way you've got the hip in neutral and you don't have the hip in deflection, which takes the quad stretch off altogether. So by having it in neutral, you're getting the quadriceps and you're getting the hip flexor at the same time. So the hold relax is you stretch it out first. So you stretch it for about 10 seconds or so, and then you push your foot out against your hand for about 5 seconds. 2, 1, and then after you've pushed it out, relax, and then you stretch it in again, and it goes further the next time. So if you want to get the quads to relax off quickly, do the hold relax. You do about 3 to 5 of those. Moving on from that, get a chair, stick a foot up onto the chair, and that's your hamstring stretch. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing this. If you try and have your knees straight like this and lean forward, then everything pulls in around here, and that's where the tendons are. You can't stretch tendon. What you want to get is you want to get the muscle part here. So in order to do that, you need to leave a slight bend in your knee. Now, you need a slight bend in your knee. Stick your bum out and then lean on it. Make sure you feel the stretch. If you can't feel the stretch, you need to stick your bum out a little bit more. Same position. Turn your unaffected side away from the other one, like that. So you're actually facing forward, the leg out to the side, up in the chair, foot facing ceiling, and then in that position, lean forward. And now you're getting, not only are you getting a little bit of the adductors, you're getting a little bit of the hamstring as well, and you can get it all the way down. You can down through here sometimes, depending on how tight it is. Finally then, a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. 2 ways of doing it. Do it in standing. It's my preferred way of doing it, just to kind of lean, keep your upper body straight up, and then just lean slightly forward on it. Now if that's getting really sore, don't be doing it. It doesn't make that much of a difference to do it. It's the one bit that we don't want to irritate all that much in the first few weeks after the hip arthroscopy. If you irritate it, get sore. Get sore, you can't do as many things as you want to do. This feels okay, so it just feels like there's a bit of a pull there, so I'll keep the stretch. Now the other alternative to that is this one. And most people will actually do a hip flexor stretch like this, and they get it pushing up. Now the advantage of this is your weight down through your knee is going to press the ball up more into the socket, and then as you stretch forward, then it sits nicely inside the socket. And that's grand. That's a comfortable enough one to do. The disadvantage of it is you put pressure on your knee, so if you're on a hard floor, you're going to get a sore knee. If you've got any knee problems, you shouldn't be doing it either. Put your foot up onto your knee, like that. Bend the knee, and then let the affected side just fall out to the side. You can actually lean your hand a little bit gently on it as well. Now we used to leave this for between 6 and 8 weeks, but I feel that we can actually start to get people to do this a bit earlier, because it doesn't feel like there's any pressure whatsoever on the front of the hip. You can do the same hold relax as you were doing with the quads with this. So after stretching it for a few seconds, you can push your knee up against your elbow and then relax, stretches a little bit more. A few seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, stretches a little bit more again. So each time you're going slightly further. Take the pressure off, let your foot slide down your leg and inside, not getting any clicking or clumping. That's most of the stretches I'm doing at the moment. On top of that, doing a few core exercises. So doing all those stretches will take me about 3 or 4 minutes, and then to do the core exercises will take about another 5 minutes.